Have you ever felt a deep calling, a burden for something so much bigger than yourself? Imagine hearing that your hometown, the city of your ancestors, lies in ruins. Its gates are burned, its walls are broken down, and its people are in great trouble and disgrace. This is exactly what happened to a man named Nehemiah. Nehemiah wasn't a prophet or a king. He was a cupbearer to King Artaxerxes of Persia, a position of great trust and comfort. But when he heard the devastating news about Jerusalem, his heart broke. He wept, mourned, and fasted for days, but he didn't just despair, he prayed. He prayed a powerful prayer, confessing the sins of his people and reminding God of his promises. This is where our story of incredible faith and leadership begins. With a heart full of both sorrow and determination, Nehemiah knew he had to do something. But how? He was hundreds of miles away, serving a foreign king. So, he took a bold step of faith. He went before King Artaxerxes. Now, you have to understand, approaching the king with a sad face could be a death sentence. But Nehemiah, strengthened by prayer, shared his burden. And remarkably, the king's heart was moved. Not only did he grant Nehemiah permission to go to Jerusalem, but he also provided him with letters for safe passage and timber from the royal forest to rebuild the gates. This was the first of many miracles, showing that when God is in your plan, He opens doors you could never open on your own. When Nehemiah arrived in Jerusalem, he didn't immediately announce his grand plan. Instead, he did something very wise. For 3 nights, he secretly surveyed the city walls, assessing the damage for himself. He saw the piles of rubble, the burned gates, the sheer scale of the task ahead. It was a daunting sight. But where others saw ruin, Nehemiah saw potential. He saw what could be, with God's help. After his inspection, Nehemiah gathered the Jewish officials, priests, and nobles. He shared his vision, not just as his own idea, but as a mission from God. He told them, "You see the trouble we are in. Jerusalem lies in ruins, and its gates have been burned with fire. Come, let us rebuild the wall of Jerusalem, and we will no longer be in disgrace." He then testified to how God's gracious hand had been upon him and how the king had supported him. Inspired by his faith and leadership, the people responded with a single, powerful voice, "Let us rise up and build." So the work began. It was a massive undertaking, and Nehemiah organized it brilliantly. He assigned different sections of the wall to different families and groups. Priests, goldsmiths, perfume makers, rulers, and people from nearby towns, everyone had a part to play. They worked side by side, building the section of the wall right in front of their own homes. This wasn't just a construction project, it was a community coming together, united in purpose, rebuilding their future one stone at a time. But whenever you step out to do a great work for God, you can expect opposition. To men, Sanballat and Tobiah began to mock and ridicule the Jews. They laughed, saying, "What is this you are doing? Are you rebelling against the king?" They sneered, "If even a fox climbed on what they are building, it would break down their wall of stones." Their taunts were meant to discourage and intimidate. But Nehemiah's response was one of unwavering faith. He replied, "The God of heaven will give us success. We, his servants, will start rebuilding." He refused to be distracted by their negativity. As the wall grew higher, the opposition grew fiercer. Sanballat and Tobiah plotted to attack Jerusalem and stir up trouble. The threat was real. This is a true test of leadership. Nehemiah didn't back down. He combined prayer with practical action. He told the people, "Don't be afraid of them. Remember the Lord, who is great and awesome, and fight for your families, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your homes." He then armed the workers. From that day on, half the men worked on the wall while the other half stood guard with spears, shields, bows, and armor. The builders themselves worked with one hand and held a weapon in the other. They were ready for anything, building with a trowel in one hand and a sword in the other. Despite all the external threats and internal challenges, the impossible happened. In just 52 days, the wall was finished. 52 days. It was a miracle of divine help and human cooperation. When their enemies heard about it, they were terrified because they recognized that this work had been done with the help of God. Nehemiah's story is a powerful reminder that with faith, courage, and a clear vision from God, ordinary people can achieve extraordinary things. It teaches us to pray boldly, plan wisely, and persevere through opposition. No matter what walls in your life are broken down, remember the God of Nehemiah. He is the great restorer. Thank you so much for joining me today. If this story inspired you, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more content that builds up your faith. See you next time.